So, I told Curtis I was going to make some chili. I was going to start the process finally to make my infamous 5-bean turkey chili. That takes like 5 days to do it. It's a long story, but I'm sure I'm going to be posting it on my vlog. But for some reason, he got in his head that when I was talking about chili, that I was going to make my beef chili or steak chili that I make with using 3 beans, and it doesn't take as long, oddly enough. So I figured, since he's been working so hard, doing all the overtime he's been doing, that I would surprise him when he came home today, instead of walking in the house and smelling the crock pot going and having the chicken bones in there going, my turkey leg inside the crock pot with the seasonings and stuff slowly cooking to start the process for my turkey chili, that I would surprise him and he would come home to my really good and yummy steak beef 3-bean chili. And what you see in here is some onions that I partially caramelized. I don't like them to get too caramely because it adds too much sweetness, because when you caramelize the onions, the longer you caramelize them, the sweeter they get from cooking them, and I didn't want them too sweet, but I wanted them to complement the serrano peppers that I put in there. And basically I'm going to have about 5-quart pot of chili. So for a 5-quart pot of chili, I only put 1 serrano pepper. My best friend's kids have eaten this chili. It's not too hot. In fact, I've had them request to make it hotter. I usually just serve extra hot stuff on the side for it because I don't like too hot of food, but it does have a really nice bite to it. The babies have never had any problems. And then it just has some cumino in here. It has a little bit of sea salt, just enough to bring out the flavors. Some fresh garlic. I did not use regular standard oil. This is my first time using coconut oil to sear everything together. So I'm kind of curious on how that's going to work out. And then I will squirt in here some of my concentrated tomato paste that I have that comes in a tube. I'll put in about 2 tablespoons in here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on low, and I'm going to simmer it with all these seasonings and these herbs and stuff, and it's just going to simmer for probably about 2 or 3 hours. And then I will rinse my beans, I will add them, and then I will start the process of thickening with some masa. I always thicken with masa. And, chopping up some green onion stuff on the side, and then I will make an update. But the meat I've used is Black Angus, stew meat, grass-fed. I'm kind of a meat snob, I admit it. I can't help it. I don't eat very much red meat, but when I do, I only get the grass-fed kind. So, and it's very lean. And then they came in really big, like almost 2-inch chunks. And in every chunk I cut up in 3 to 4 pieces, depending on how big it was. So that was more, because these are going to break up even more as they slowly cook. But that's pretty much where we're going with that. And I do it traditional. I do not use very much tomato in my chili. I do use chili powder to make my chili red. So I hope you enjoy the process. And I will be making a more in-depth video of my 2 really good and yummy chilies for my video vlog that will be launching February 16, 2015. If you have any ideas or things you'd like to be seen